I'm coming to you in the show of challenge in the Propelled to Greatness group. Wow, we are on day 14. We've been doing this almost a half a month. Day 14 in the show of challenge. Let me just go ahead and get started. Yesterday, we talked about focusing on your business or your career as well as your job. And so I talked to you a little bit about why it was important showing up in professional associations, committees that you serve on, boards or teams or activities that you involve with. It's really important to just be there. I talked to you about when you are focused, you are calm, and your thinking is clear, you're completely aware. I shared with you about getting into a routine. I gave you an example of having 3 tasks that you can do each day, making a top 3 list. And I gave you an example. I showed you what my top 3 lists were and how I have started doing that at the beginning of the year. I actually started the year, I think it was in December I actually started. Then I talked with you about how you can create your own challenge. That's what we talked about yesterday on day 13. And so today we're talking about clearing and releasing the clutter in your life. It's all about purging. Yes, I've been doing that. I actually been doing that since the beginning of the year. So yeah, but clearing the clutter this is a perfect time that we are able to do that. You may have some items that are in your gosh, they may be in your basement. They could be in a storage facility. You have boxes of different items in it. You may have some mementos and unworn clothes that they're not the right size anymore, either too small or too large. I have some of those too. And it creates a lot of clutter for you. So it's important to release those and clear out of that. When you do that, you clear your mind, you clear your space. You feel invigorated when you have gotten rid of a lot of those things. Oh, and also unread books that you haven't read. I have books that I have not read. As a matter of fact, can you see them right here? Those are books that are waiting for me to read, but that's a small number compared to the amount of books that you can have. They're there as my reminder so I can read them. It's important to just begin to clear that so you can have space for this new business that you're thinking about starting, especially when you have all of this additional time. Also, just new, oh gosh, or a new job or a new hobby or something that you want to start. When you clear it, it just clears your mind. It just makes it easy and simple for you. So here, I wanted to tell you some of the things that causes clutter is you can have a death in your family. I know when I had death in my family, my brother had passed, and so my niece accumulated a lot of his possessions, and she actually got a storage facility just to keep it all in order. And our family inherited some of those items. But that's something that you can also do to help you to get organized. But life changes, a new baby in the family, things that can throw you off balance. Low self-esteem can also cause you to start to clutter a lot of things or to accumulate clutter. And lack of boundaries, just your own personal boundaries. So I can tell you, I have experienced the low self-esteem, and I experienced too many clothes. So here, I'm gonna tell you about both. So when I was I'll tell you about the clothes first. So I have sizes that are, oh gosh, size 4, size 6, 8. I have size 10, size 12, and size 14. I have all of those sizes. When I was in a size 14, and that was too small, and I tried on in the store a size 16, I have to tell you, I said, nope, I'm not doing it. And it fit. It fit, y'all. A size 16 fit, and I said, nope, okay, it's time to start losing the weight, get the exercise in. And no, I'm not in 16 anymore. But I do have one size 14, and the rest of the other clothes that are not my size, they are all packed. And I had to just pull them all together so that I have more space in my closet. And it really did help a lot. I am planning to get down in those smaller sizes, but so that's one of the things that happened with me, and I'm just sharing that with you. Now, the other one that's about low self-esteem. Oh my goodness. I remember going to my church and they were doing a seminar on low self-esteem. This was several years ago, probably maybe about 10 or even more years ago. They were doing, actually, it was more years ago. But they were doing a study, a class on low self esteem. And me and my confident self and professional self, I'm thinking, I'm going to go there because I'm going to help those who are experiencing low self esteem and support them in that. Little did I know, God sent me there because I was actually experiencing low self esteem and did not realize it. And I didn't realize it till I got home, and it was weeks later. And I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, I actually needed that. Of course, I'm experiencing low self-esteem now, but at that time, and you can have low self-esteem for a short period. It can be prolonged. During that time, it was prolonged, and I needed a breakthrough. But I had so many items in every single room, in every area of my home. And I remember teaching from our pastor was saying, when you have clutter and you have items all over the place in your areas, you are actually disorganized. It says that you're disorganized in your life and your life is not put together and that you have low self-esteem. So I had to start working on that. But that is one of the causes of it as well. Yes, I did get out of it. I started going right to each of those items and start clearing all of that out, releasing them, trashing them, donating. I donated so many things. I donated to the homeless, to battered women's shelters, and also to the donation centers. So here, this is what I want to tell you today. But first, let me ask you, how and have you been releasing and clearing the clutter so far? I started at the beginning of this year, and I thought I would be doing it for just 1 month, but it's now halfway into the year, and I am still clearing the clutter. But I have designated and chose one area of my home, and I focus on that one area, and I go right to the next. So tell me, what have you been clearing, or are you going to start clearing? Let me just scroll in and see. Oh gosh, Helen says, I am talking. Yes, she says, you are talking to me. Yes, Helen. You are not alone. You are not alone. And I'm still clearing. It's actually a good thing. You are going to be feeling good when it is done. When it is done. But here's what I'll tell you. Be patient with yourself. Just choose one room and choose one area. And I would say, take 1 day, take 1 hour out of the day. Let's just say, for an example, is the kitchen, because almost everyone has a kitchen in their home. So take that one hour of the day and just choose that area or a cabinet or one of the appliances, the refrigerator or the stove or the storage area, and if you have the drawer. But just take the time, go through, clear all of that out, remove those things, and have a pile for those items that are to be donated, those items that you want to keep, and have an item for keepsake. Have a different pile or a different area for keepsakes. And you can also have another area for selling. You certainly can hire someone to come in, an organizer, to do that, but you can also do it yourself. But it's good for you if you would just do it yourself, because you'll realize how much of items and things that you are holding on to. And you'll start to see just how much you accumulated. And oh my gosh, when you start to move and you start to pack things, you have no idea how much you can clear all the clutter. And then when you start moving, you still have so many items. You still have so many things that you're packing. And when I have done that, I've had people, when I'm moving, I have had people to help me, and I was constantly just giving away because I just didn't want to take it with me, or I didn't want to pack. And some of them were very good items, and I said, if I need it, I will get it again. Helen said that is good advice. I am so glad, Helen, that this is helping you. I know it's going to help others also. That's what today is all about. You're showing up by clearing and releasing a lot of those items that you do not need, that are interfering in your space, that's causing you to have low self-esteem, that's throwing you off balance. That's what today is all about. So Before I tell you what your action step is, I'm waking up every morning. I'm getting dressed, and actually sometimes I'm up hours, and you can just get prepared and just be here with me and share what you're doing and what you're experiencing with showing up for you every day. This is all about me showing up for me, and this is all about you showing up for you. And this is going to continue. It's not going to stop here. It's going to continue from this day and on. And I will tell you, I will share with you, I do know that this Show Up Challenge is going to happen again. I don't know the dates, but I will tell you. I do ask you, invite your friends. It's not too late for them to join this Show Up Challenge now. We're not even completely halfway in, and I do want everyone to make sure you're able to watch so you can catch up and really not catch up, but just get informed with all the different areas and all the different aspects of your life. So, your action step for today is to choose an area where you want to show up. Choose an area where you need to clear the clutter. You know you need to release things and purge things. It can be relationships. It can be just thoughts in your mind, especially if you have so many thoughts that keep coming in your mind. Take a tablet, take a sheet, and just make a list of the different items that are in your mind. Get all of that out of your mind. Oh my gosh, I have to-do lists. I have a to-do list. Let me just show you this to-do list. This is not a part of this. I keep doing show and tell with you all. This is a things to-do list. Look at this. This is this list and this list. And would you know, I have a list underneath that list. And I have a list underneath that list. And underneath this list. Get a list. Get those things out of your mind so your mind is clear. So I have done that. And that list, you saw some things that are checked off, but just clear those items in your mind. So that's your action step for today. So again, today was all about showing up by clearing and releasing the clutter. And my wish for you today is that this Show Up Challenge, again, benefits you. That it helps you and causes you growth in your life as you show up in all areas and all aspects of your life. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for showing up for all those other areas in your life that you have been showing up in. Thank you for working for you. I just want to thank you. So listen, you all take care. Have a good day, and I will see you on tomorrow. Take care now. Have a good day.